Hello, this is Broyar, and welcome back to another episode of our Let's Play for Farming Simulator 22 as we continue our start from scratch Elmcreek run here. And we are taking old Trusty back to the store. We have used this particular trailer. This is like my go-to trailer for all things. Even sometimes for holding grains and stuff because it's moddable, right? But definitely since we've been using the auto load, I think we've used this trailer on every single one of our saves. This is our tried and true, just a good trailer. For a lot of the crops that you do, or a lot of the products that you do, it's definitely sufficiently large enough to hold everything you need. Sometimes we have to do multiple trips. For example, on our French map, we do sometimes have to do multiple trips, but it's a good trailer. It's a really good trailer. But we're going to be dropping it off here. We're going to sell it because we did get that. Why did you not drop off? Detach. Because we did get that semi one. Which is basically the best pallet trailer you can get. Well, the biggest, I think, as far as I know. I guess we'll repaint it. Sell it for a little bit more. Not really get that much money for it, but that's okay. It's all said and done. We paid about 14,000 bucks more than that trailer right there to get the big old beefy guy over here. And other than getting a semi someday, this should be a setup that works for us for now. Now, one thing I will say, though, now that we have this dolly, it does open up the possibilities to getting a different trailer for our silage as well. So that's something to think about. Do you not? Oh, I was like, why are you not attaching? I just hadn't gotten there yet. This is such a large trailer. Now, I will admit, it is a bit overkill for our most immediate purposes, but it's still a cool trailer. And, I mean, I could go bigger than the one I just sold and still be sufficiently fine, but I don't think I would have been able to get much bigger than that for $11,000 effectively. 20,000 if you count the dolly. But again, we could use the dolly for other things if we want to, by getting some other different trailers as well. The only problem with the dolly, again, like I mentioned before, is because it's double hinged or double pivoted, maybe is the better word. It will be very hard for us to back up in any particular spots. We kind of just have to go forward everywhere we go. But that's okay. Wish there was a way to like lock curtain left front. Yeah, I was gonna say there's not really a way to lock that dolly, is there? I mean, I wouldn't imagine there would be. There'd be kind of a weird functionality, but it'd be nice because we only need to pivot. We only need to pivot around the tractor right now. That's okay. We'll make it work. Let's come over here. Let's open the side curtain, I guess. Although I probably shouldn't load this up with bread because we're gonna. Is it the bread first or the? No, the bread is first. The bread's December, and the strawberries are January. So yeah, we can load up the bread first. And it's cool because we're gonna be able to load all this up. Wait, what? Why don't you work? Is it something to do with the curtains? Why don't you work? Let me unhook for a second and rehook up. No. I may have to reload the save. Left front, left back, right front, right back. So we definitely want to do the left. Let's do left back just to try something different. And then if we open the curtain, so that moves it forward. No. Well then, I'm going to try and reload to see if I can get this thing working. So I'll be right back. I could be wrong. I haven't actually tried it yet. I think my problem. I think I found my problem though. I've got this on liquid tanks. I have a feeling if we push this onto Euro pallets, we might actually be able to work this. Yeah. Okay. I promise. I know how to use this mod, guys. Let me temporarily. Well, first off, let me move this out of the way because I'm actually move the curtain to the back. Because if it's going to stack from the front backwards, that seems to make more sense to me. Actually, no, it doesn't. No, I think this is fine, because I think if you were to really load this up and you were going to go front to back, you would tuck those things behind the curtain first and then have all this open space to slide things in. I think actually this would make more sense from a logic standpoint. It's interesting that it's putting them down the sides, though. I mean, it's fine. It's going to work, but not exactly what I was expecting. I will close the back door, though. We don't need that open. Guess we can leave the curtain open for now, because we'll get more bread before it's time to move along. Speaking of bread, how much more bread are we expecting? No more flour. Still got plenty of flour here, though. So we're definitely going to get a lot more bread. All right, cool. That's fine. So next on our list is, I think, to fast forward another month. How are our strawberries going to be doing? Are we going to run out of space for our strawberries before we have to sell them? I think we're going to be fine for a little bit longer. So now, let's fast forward another month and get ready to harvest our sorghum. I'm pretty happy with that purchase. I think it's going to be a good purchase. But, and again, it's going to incentivize me to soon-ish get a semi-truck, which I kind of want because they're cool. They're just way better than the tractors running around all over the place. So first off, let's check production again. Make sure we're still good there. We got plenty of space. Bread's obviously looking okay. Anything on the used market? I should probably stop looking because I'm going to keep buying stuff. I really want that Fent, of course. Can't afford it. Interesting that holds silage too. I didn't realize those hold a silage. Those high tippers. How much does our tractor currently sell for? It's like what, $10,000, something like that? $12,000. And if we repaired it up a little bit, we could probably sell it for 15. Obviously, nowhere near enough to buy the Fent as much as I want it. No, I think we're good, and it is time to harvest. So let me just check on this real quick because I'm kind of curious. What did our expected yield look like? 92%. So let's get us our harvester. Don't have anything super big. I'm trying to think of what's a good one for us. I mean, one of these class harvesters is probably okay. What have we been using? I actually don't remember which ones we've been using. Obviously, on one of my saves, my tribute run, I used the John Deere just because we're trying to stick with John Deere stuff. Oh, that thing goes 24 miles an hour. That's actually speedy for a harvester. I don't know. What would you? I might just do like something like this New Holland or something like that, just to be a little different. Any of these will be fine though. I mean, I don't need anything super big to be fair, but I think this will be fine. I haven't really specialized on any type of tractors on this particular save. I wouldn't mind next time I do a fresh save, probably declaring a specialization, because I think it's kind of fun to make some restrictions and just kind of theme your farm a little bit, because our John Deere farms, it's cool. I like it. I wouldn't mind theming another farm a little bit differently. Probably a New Holland farm. And I've talked about that before, right? We talked about that on one of my saves. I can't remember which one now. All right, since we are harvesting our field, we can do some contracts to kind of double up on the time investment. That is a massive cultivator. That is also a massive cultivator. A little bit smaller, but still pretty large. Is that 10,000 bucks for fertilizing field 32? Now, field 32 is pretty large, but that is a lot of money. Now, we would have to spend a lot of fertilizer, to be fair, because it is so big. We'd also have a couple harvesting. Probably not so much the potatoes. I mean, I need to turn on the... I went too far. I need to turn on the... Oh my goodness. You guys feel free to laugh at me. Laugh at me the entire way back, please. Please laugh at me the entire way back. I don't hear you laugh. You need to laugh a little bit louder because obviously I did something really dumb. I was just gonna suck the grain up into the front end there, just, you know, using sheer power of will. Oh goodness, guys! I don't think I've ever driven off without the header before. I think that's legitimately a new stupid for me. I actually forget which one this one can use. I want to say that they could all use like a lot. Like there's not like specifically a hard and fast rule. So this one technically uses the 8.5 meter, but I think it could use the 7.5 if I really wanted it to. I think these are all actually relatively interchangeable. And then there's a teeny tiny one. We'll just grab the 8.5 because why not? It's $6,000 more, $5,500 more, which means once you pay for the as a leasing cost, it's really not going to be that much more difference. I cannot believe I drove down the road without that thing. Oh my goodness! I genuinely don't think I've ever left without the header before. Yes, I realize I probably should just have a trailer or header wagon, but header trailer, header. What are they actually called? Header trailer. Okay, I got it right. Eventually. Which, if you think about it, is header trailer not the funniest phrase or set of words and like you could think of? It's literally it is literally the two exact opposites. A header trailer as opposed to a trailing header. I mean, like, those two words mean the complete opposite of each other, and yet they work because of the way that it's just, I don't know. It's funny. I'm making too big of a deal out of nothing, but it's kind of funny to me. I have to laugh at something else, guys. I can't keep laughing at myself for my own stupidity. All right, let's get this started. Should be getting a good amount of sorghum. Is this our first sorghum since we turned on precision farming? Surely not, right? Oh, we're gonna do chickens. Yes. I almost forgot the chickens, and we don't actually have enough money for the chickens right now. Oh no. We will once we sell some stuff. I forgot we were gonna do chickens though. I'm gonna be glad I have that trailer for the chickens too though, because obviously the eggs are gonna stack up quite a bit. Let me just get you, actually, let me stop for a second. Let me move you over just about another meter real quick, just to make sure you can get that stuff at the end. I'm going to get you started automated for a second, because I want to check. There was something I was going to check on. I don't remember what it is. One thing we do need to do, though, is we can go ahead and get our seeder, right? Because we are going to go right into grass planting. So, we haven't done this before. I mean, I think I've mentioned it, but obviously this thing can get the grass attachment, but I think just getting a seeder is fine. Especially since we need to, cultivate as well. Honestly, this one on the far end is probably the perfect one for this map. Oh, this one's new. Right? No, this isn't new. Is this new? I suddenly can't remember if I think I've seen this one already. I think we have. Because it's similar to this Convernland. Which we tried and I couldn't quite figure out well enough to kind of get working the way I wanted it to. Now, we could always go with this Borgalt. Of course, if I was going to do that, I would have just bought the one we saw show up at that one point in time. Honestly, though, I just don't think there's anything better. I mean, it's not that wide, but it gets the job done. What's another option that's a little bit wider than 3 meters that also does cultivating? But see, this one's wider, but it's double the price, and I don't know that we care that much to pay double the price. If we were going to buy one that we used for both cycles, the grass and the sorghum, yeah, we might go with something like that. But I think for now, this one's fine. Let's go pick that up. I know we've spent a lot of money lately. Obviously buying that trailer over there. But we do have a lot of potential income available to us right now. Oh, that's what I was going to do. We're going to grab some contracts while we're doing this cultivating and seeding and stuff. Let me get the seeder picked up. And then we're going to look at what we want to do for contracts. Because we've got to harvest, we've got to plant the grass, and then we've got to roll to get the grass kind of started. And you know, that's a lot of steps. That's going to take quite a while. Plenty of time to do some contracts during that time period. And we do have some solid fertilizer sitting over here, so if we wanted to pick up one of the fertilizer contracts, we do have already bought some at least. I know we have some seed over at the farm, so I'm going to just assume that's probably enough. Okay, let's go look at contracts real quick. Let's just grab a couple. I do want to turn the details on just so I can see. Let's sort by profit per minute. Granted, this is all just estimates, but should get us in the ballpark. So yeah, this cultivator right here is going to be, I knew this was going to be a good one for us to do. It says 21 minutes. It's probably going to take us double that. It's probably going to take us like 40 minutes. But if we grab that cultivator and 39, we could actually knock out a lot of these other cultivating jobs pretty quickly, just because of the size of those two pieces of equipment. So we're going to borrow the items for this one, and we're going to borrow the items for this one, and then we're just going to grab a couple of these other cultivating contracts that are still, you know, decent enough. And again, the profit will be higher because we've got a bigger piece of equipment. So we will just accept this contract. And we'll accept this contract. I'm just going to grab them all. I'm going to take advantage of the fact that we have a mod that allows us to, because why not? It's a time saver. I'm probably not going to grab 20 though. I don't think 261 bucks is worth the time to drive over there, but all the rest of them can come along for the ride. All right, so that's a good start. And let's just grab you. We'll grab you to get the big one here. Oof, I hate these Caterpillar-like tractors. Oh, not a fan. All right, what is a good close field for you to run off to? 52, 23. I think 52, 51, 40. Like all these down here. We're going to send the big tractor here. We'll send the smaller one up here first, and then we'll figure out what we're going to do with him afterwards. But yeah, you can just come over here real quick. In fact, I could technically just drive you myself, but it's okay. We'll get you driving over here. It's not going to be that far. Apparently you don't like the Caterpillar tractors either. Then you can go do that field north of us. Probably fastest to go this way. And Could you zip up here, please, my friend? What's the best way to get there? You're probably going to take the road up, zip up, and come back around here. So I'm just going to tell you to come over to here, maybe, and face downwards. You smart enough to figure it out? No? No, you're not. Okay, so we'll try this again. Can you come over here? We can figure it out from there. Apparently not. Did I do the wrong thing? Set destination? Alright, there we go. This big old cultivator is going to be overkill for this field, but that's alright. It will go extremely quickly, and then we'll move on. Alright, you're good. You need some help. Oh, you're full. Okay. Actually, I'm just going to drive you over to the wagon because it's close and my other tractor's far away. I do need to figure out how much of this grain I can save for the chickens. Because we still want to keep the bread rolling, right? That's still important to keep that kind of moving along. But I would like to save as much as I can for the chickens. So whatever we need for a year, I'll have to figure that calculation out, which I'm sure I've done already. It's probably in my notebook somewhere. But I don't remember what it is off the top of my head now. We're going to have to figure it out before we finish up our fields anyway, because this trailer obviously doesn't hold all of our crop on its own. That big old cultivator's already a third of the way done with that field. Whoa. Whoa. I don't know if I've seen a tractor this big fishtail like that. That was kind of crazy. This field's almost not worth the trip either, but that's alright. All right, you're good, you're good. You need to get over to our field to be ready to start seeding as soon as that harvester's done. I'm actually going to auto you over there just because I think the harvester will be done by the time I switch back over. Basically done. All right, let's check some math real quick while I'm thinking about it. Okay, so we need in a year. If I can find a place to write this down, I guess this will work. In a year, where we want chickens, we will use $21.60 a month times 2, which is $43.20 a month of flour, times 12, which is $51,840 liters. That's a lot more than I thought it would be. Oh, that's just flour though, and sorghum increases slightly. I'm gonna have to use the calculator for this. So 51,840 divided by 16 times 15, which is 48,600 liters of sorghum, which I think is more than we get off our fields, right? Because we've already got 9,000 sitting over there. We're about to get another 5,000 here, so that's 14,000. I don't think there's 34,000 sitting on that bigger field to our south here. I could be wrong, but even if there is, there may be exactly 34. Like there's not. I don't think there's spillage. You know, there's not extra. So that means maybe we can't do the chickens until we kind of get some more field space. You know. Oh yeah, I was gonna turn this contract in while we're looking at it. Collect and get you folded up and moved on to the next field, which actually is the one just south of us. So I'm just gonna turn you around and see if I can get you zipped over there on our own. Assuming I can sneak past my own field without chomping on my own crops. I think we need more fields. Before we can do chickens. Which is fine. We're already doing strawberries, which is cool. I mean, we're going to be able to supplement a little bit through contracts, but not as enough to justify switching, because chickens need a lot. I mean, they need quite a bit. I know I have that number in here somewhere as well. We've talked about that before. Chickens definitely need a decent amount of food. Honestly, our fields that we have right now might barely be enough to feed the chickens, and then have nothing for the bread. Which I don't think that's what we're looking for. Okay, you can go ahead and get started seeding. Let's go ahead and grab some seed itself. And then I think we'll call the episode once I get you set up. Honestly, I'm just gonna let you keep going back and forth. You've already done so much of it. It's not that much of a savings to flip you the other way at this point. We're almost done. All right, we're going to put a cut in there, though. Again, we're over time again. Just the way it's worked out. I'm just kind of in a long-winded mood tonight, I guess. But we're going to go ahead and put a cut in there. And when we come back, we will, we might consider taking some more contracts because we do still have a lot more to do on our fields. So we'll have to take that into account. Any good harvesting real quick before I jump off? Potatoes. There is a sorghum harvesting, which isn't a lot. We can keep it's 1,300 more liters. I mean, it's something, right? And then usually it's more than that. We might even be able to keep as much as 2,000 liters. I'll have to think about that one. But we'll think about that next time. But I do appreciate you guys watching. May God bless you, and I hope you join me again next time. Thank you, and goodbye. I wanted to give a special shout out to the following channel members. Thank you so much for supporting the channel.